Hey y'all, alright, it's second time making a video. Sorry I haven't kept everything up to date. Pardon the glare in the background. What I wanted to get into today is just to continue on what's happened in my life, how it went from everything to nothing, and how it happened so quickly, and also the dangers of opiates and how they've handed them out like candy, and thankfully now they're putting a stop to it, but that ruined my life. As I had explained in an earlier story, I had gone through a serious assault that ended me up on some serious pain medication, and because of the assault and how terrible it was, the doctors were not reluctant to give me anything. They just gave me as I asked, and I was on a lot of medication, on the oxycodone days, legitimately getting them from my doctor. I was getting tons and tons, and on top of that, Dilaudid as well for breakthrough pain. And after that, they had I had to stop working. I couldn't work anymore due to the assault, and I tried after, but because of the medication, I just wasn't performing anymore. I wasn't the same person. I was just a walking zombie, and constantly needed the medication, and I would have to travel, and I'd always be worried about running out of medication. Then I would run out of medication, then I'll be in an extreme withdrawals, and my job was a high position job where I was a sales and marketing director, dealing with very high end stores and chain stores and boutiques and buyers, and having to do full presentations that would last up to 2 hours, and then you'd have to drive another 4 hours in between and do another presentation. And last thing you do is you run out of medication, and next thing you know is you're having all the symptoms of, not just the withdrawals, but the diarrhea and the vomiting and all that, and you can't finish your presentation, and you sometimes can't attend them, can't get out of bed, and so I took a leave of absence, which left me with nothing, no unemployment, none of that. So I had what I had. Left over, and I had also gone through a previous divorce, which didn't really leave me with very much. So I went back to my parents' house, hoping for some help from them, and the help from them that I got was nothing, because as soon as I explained the story to them, they told me that I needed professional help, that they couldn't help me, that there was no way that they were going to be able to help me, and they actually kicked me out of the house. They kicked me out of the house. I went to the hospital, explained my situation. They put me into detox, which I understood. Detox is you get off of your medication, you detox from everything, you're no longer on anything at all. But that wasn't the case. They put me onto methadone, which was the worst thing that you can get onto. I do not believe in this methadone program. You can do some research. This goes back to Hitler was the one who came up with methadone to keep their soldiers going through the pain and everything like that. And it it's just replacing one drug for another, except methadone is a harsher drug than the other ones, and it lasts longer, and it goes into your body, and it takes forever to get off of. And I don't know, the percentage that they gave me at the clinic is like 80% of the people don't ever get off of it. They just stay on it for a maintenance drug, because a lot of people who do get onto methadone get onto it because they were street drug addicts or using heroin and such. Even them, though, I believe with therapy they can get off of it. They don't need to be replaced with methadone, because the doctors are so easy to up your dosage. That's all they want to do is up your dosage, up your dosage, up your dosage. And when you want to go down, they're reluctant to letting you even go down, because they think that you're not. They're always saying that you're not at the right stage yet, that you need to stabilize yourself more and more. So I personally had gotten myself another job, and I was working well. I had gone through a pancreatitis attack. I suffer from chronic pancreatitis, and went through a pancreatitis attack, and they put me on fentanyl and methadone at the same time. And that was just how the two of them didn't mix well together at all. I was constantly sick also from the two of them, and they're giving me 150 micrograms of fentanyl. So those are the big patches, and then the half big patches. I was using them. I had always used it as the doctor prescribed, um, and I was using the methadone as well. I was getting carries for the month or so because I was traveling so much, but it just hit me like a brick after, and I just had a breakdown because I couldn't take it anymore. So I decided on my own I'm going to try another detox. I did get accepted into a program, but that didn't end up working out because I was on such a high dosage of everything. It would take months for them to get me off of everything. I did it on my own. Doctors didn't want to help. They didn't know how to do it properly. They want to keep you on these drugs. That's the main thing is they want to keep you on these drugs. They want to keep you as patients. Um, so what I ended up doing, oh, hold on a second.